What a Shabbos. Surrounded by the world, the leaders of the world, the Rebbe Shluchim from all over the world. Yes, these are the leaders of the whole world. They carry the responsibility for all the Jewish communities around the world. Share with you a beautiful little anecdote. But prior to this, let's say together with the Shluchim, the Rebbe's chapter 123. Shira Malois. Ilech nasos es einai hayoshvi bashomoim. Hinech ein avodem el yad adoneim ken shifro el yad gevirto. Kein einenu el adonai Eloheinu ad shechonenu. Chonenu adonai chonenu kerav sevanuvuz. Rabas sovalon avshenu alaga shananim. Habuz lige yoinim. And obviously a little bit of tzedakah. Some charity. The Director General of the Montreal Local Federations was called then CGA. Told me what is the strength of Chabad. Now, told him what is the strength of Chabad? The Rebbe, obviously. Says, yes, I know that, I understand it. But in addition to that, listen what he says. This individual was an elderly person, a community person involved in community, devoted, dedicated, a wonderful, wonderful Jew. And at that time, he was the Director General of CGA. It's many years ago. I developed a friendship, close relationship. And once a week, we would learn. We started from the beginning, actually, including Aleph Beis. Yes, unfortunately, this person never had an opportunity to go to Cheder, to go to Hebrew school. And I taught him at the age of 60 how to read Hebrew and the meaning of it. And Baruch Hashem, today, his grandchildren, very religious Hasidic Jews. During one of the meetings, he asked me, Rabbi, he said, could you tell me how you budget in Chabad? I was taken back. The reason? Because I didn't know what it meant. I was just fresh out of yeshiva, fresh out of Talmudic school. Didn't know what budgeting means. To me, budget was a car rental company that as a young man we used to rent cars. But I figured that's not what it means. But I can't come across totally ignorant. So I said, why don't you tell me how you budget here in CGA, in Federation, and I'll tell you how we budget. That's fair question. It says like this. At that time, they used to collect $30 million a year. When, after our fundraiser, we have the financial committee getting together, we go through all the different agencies, we allocate 90% of what we collected to all the different agencies, everybody gets their share fair, and then 10% of it we set aside for any emergency that's going to come up during the year. So, $27 million is allocated, $3 million is set aside for emergencies. I look at him and I say, in Chabad we do the identical thing. He says, what do you mean? Beginning of the year, we have a meeting, and we sit down. What are we going to do this year, in addition to the usual activities? What special programs are we going to do this year? Because we always have to add. The Rebbe always wants to do more. The Rebbe is never happy with, content with what we did already. Every day has to be growing. So there has to grow also in your shlichus. So we plan this and this and this is we're going to do. Then when we look at the finances, if we have 10% for the entire cost of what these programs are going to cost, we're very happy. The other 90% is always an emergency. And he looks at me and says to me the following: this is your success. In here lies your success. We We are busy worrying about the money. We are busy about allocating committees and meetings about allocations. You don't have time for that. You busy doing. And then you wonder and then you run around, and sometimes like a chicken without a head, how you going to cover the bank and how you cover the expenses. But that's your success. I look at him and says, you got it. You're right. That's what the Rebbe teaches us. Act, do, and God will take care of the rest. And indeed, so he does. For all 5,000 shluchim around the world. And now time to come to the ultimate success. The biggest gift, the Beis HaMikdash.